Hi, I'm Ashura, and this is part 5 of the Bastion Covenant campaign, Righteous Retribution. I'm so excited to start this because I opened up the first quest and I saw the phrase Alexandros Mograine and literally swore out loud and was like, alright, it's go time. So, if you're new here, I'm here for the story and the lore, which means I'm reading all the quests, talking to all the NPCs, reading all the flavor text, and hopefully talking about lore outside of the storyline that's relevant and interesting, especially for meeting Alexandros Mograine. Woo, okay, I have no chill. We are full speed ahead right now. So we're just gonna jump right into this.
You wish to be of service?
Because I want to know. One Alexandros Mograine of Maldraxxus is meeting with the Paragon of Courage in Archon's Rise. Xandra has requested you join them. The two worked together recently to repel a nascent secondary assault on the Temple of Courage. Xandria seems to trust him well enough, so we have granted him access to the hold for now. I suspect they will not stay here long. You should make haste.
Go in service.
I will honor our accord. Gharmal will fall by our combined might.
I love this man. Also, what a cheater getting access to another Covenant Hall.
Speak without fear.
Good. Now we can begin the mission. Mograine has rallied the House of the Chosen to strike at Margrave Gharmal and his House of Constructs. They grow in strength with each passing day. This may be our only chance. We will join them on the field of battle. We will have justice for the fallen at my temple, as well as Mograine's own fallen kin. Rendezvous at Spider's Watch within Maldraxxus' northern reaches. We will move from there.
We shall see soon enough. My blade is ready.
This is a permanent fixture now. Oh my god, I'm so excited! Also, we get to leave Bastion for once! Okay. Okay, I'm gonna cheat while we're in flight because I said this in my Maldraxxus video like forever ago that Alexandros Mograines, plural. There are plural, multiple of them. It was one of the characters I'm most excited to see in Shadowlands. His life is irony. His undeath life is irony. So, Alexandros Mograine, the Ashbringer. Okay. Well, where do we start at the beginning? So, in the Ashbringer comic, Alexandros and his two sons, Renault and Darian and Mograine. Renault doesn't matter. Forget Renault. Pretend he doesn't exist. What happens basically after the events of, like, Warcraft 2? Sometime. It doesn't really matter. Is after the Battle at Blackrock, they find this shard. And so you'll notice in, like, the old South Shore dungeon, it's Alexandros and a few other people who go on to form some of the earliest, like, Holy Order branch organizations of the church. They're around this shard and they start imbuing it with holy light, and that's how we get the Ashbringer weapon. So, like, Alexandros takes the shard to Magni and Ironforge, and Magni forges the Ashbringer, and this is all happening basically concurrently with Arthas culling Stratholme. I'm pretty sure it's within the same year. And this is like the Knights of the Silver Hand at this point start fracturing into the Argent Dawn and the Scarlet Crusade. I wrote a really long post about this. This is like my favorite part of lore. This is all just a really long way of getting to the point. This is how Alexandros Mograine becomes the Ashbringer. He fights with this weapon of the light. And his son, Renault, the one that I said forget about, essentially gets corrupted by a dreadlord, and is essentially convinced to kill his father, Alexandros. And what happens is Kel'Thuzad takes Alexandros' corpse after he's been tricked and raises him into one of the 4 horsemen. His other son, Darien Mograine, plans a small incursion into Naxxramas and kills his father and takes the corrupted Ashbringer with him, I'm pretty sure. And that corrupted Ashbringer now has... Things get sticky here. I forget, because, like, Arthas ended up with Alexandros' soul. I think it was in the sword, because what happens is Darien... When the Lich King, when the undead are, like, perpetrating one of their many million invasions on the chapel at Light's Hope, Darien kills himself, which basically purifies his father's spirit, but then Darien is also raised to become a Death Knight, and that's how we get Darien Death Knight under the control of the Lich King. But the reason I said the Lich King has Alexandros' spirit is because when you have, like, the Death Knight starting intro and Darien sees, like, the spirit of his father. Basically, okay, so this guy who's fighting undead for the better part of the later part of his life wakes up in the afterlife. And where is he? Maldraxxus. Look, undead everywhere. Can you imagine being hailed as a hero for killing undead and then you, like, you wake up in the afterlife, and see, that was implemented too, is Alexandros actually has commentary on that. I think at the end of the Maldraxxus leveling zone, he comments on it. He was like, when I first woke up here, I was gonna have a freaking aneurysm and die again. Not really, but he was like, yeah, real farce, real funny, and then he came to accept it and decided, you know, he's a fighter, this is where he belongs. That was a really poor retelling of those events. But I love the Mograines. And then what happens, if you missed it, is... I don't know, I think it's part of the Maw quests, is that you... find Alexandros. I don't know where I'm going. Spider's watch. Concern. Yeah, okay, so Alexandros was a baron for the house, and he was the one who got trapped by Viraz, or tricked rather, and trapped in the Maw, and then you and Darien unknowingly go to the Maw, or say not unknowingly, like you go purposefully, but you don't know you're going to rescue Alexandros, you just know that you're going to rescue a baron because you think he'll be able to help. And then it turns out Darien gets reunited with his dad. And that's where we are.
We will stand by you to the end, my Paragon.
That was so unnecessarily convoluted. Okay.
Welcome, brave soul.
Whew. Now we can join our new allies. We are to meet Baroness Draka aboard the Zeracris above this position. Trust our allies' judgment in the battle ahead. True courage is knowing when to rely on the wisdom of others. The plan is simple. Clear out our flanks to ensure Gharmal's forces do not interfere with our true goal, then assault the Margrave himself. If we fail in the name of justice.
It is the way.
Our allies await in the necropolis above.
Serve with courage. Mograine's kin have proved worthy allies, and know our foe well. We will strike the eastern flank, and they the west. Then we shall converge on Gharmal as one.
Man, the whole party's here.
Good, we're all here. We must move now before the enemy can mount a proper defense.
Oh, this is so spatial influencer.
Loktar!
Welcome to Zeracris, small walker. Alexandros and Amani will lead the chosen assault on the western gate. You and Xandria will direct your forces at the eastern gate. Secure the area and eliminate any resistance. Once both flanks are secured, we can attack Gharmal directly.
We have our orders. Fight well, Kyrian of Bastion.
Go back.
Take to the skies, Ascended! For Bastion! This day, we bring justice to our fallen brethren and end the foul work here once and for all.
I like how we flew up there just to fly back down. But I'm not complaining. I want to see that swanky Necropolis ride.
What are those monstrosities? Thank the Archon they are not yet active.
Absorbing the power of fallen Kyrian. Messed up.
For the Archon.
This place is filled with horrors. Horrors we will purge.
For the Archon and Bastion.
Our forces above cannot fully descend upon this area while the Margrave's crystals cover the sky in destructive blasts. The Margrave's foul butchers work even now to extract the remaining anima from the Kyrian they abducted in their assault on Bastion. We must advance at once. I shall imbue you with the flames of courage so that you may mark the crystals. Once marked, I will destroy them from afar.
We must join the fight above. May the flames of courage guide your blade.
Do you have need of my blade?
Did these fiends show my kin mercy when they attacked Bastion? Oh, that does not
May
look
your
like...
courage never falter.
Okay. When they tore my brothers and sisters limb from limb and used them to create more of these things? No. The butchers of Bastion made clear their hearts that day. They deserve only the eternal darkness that awaits them. Ensure they see it.
Stand firm and know that we stand with you.
Eternal darkness is quite an interesting choice of words there. Considering all I see is darkness before me. Though I suppose that would kind of refer to the maw more than anything else. Wow, thanks for the help. That was nice. Oh, there's another quest. Tattered scroll. The torn design document appears to be written by the late surgeon Flesh. The Kyrian flesh improves strength, obedience, and dexterity twofold. Such potential! Now, if subject to number 135 succeeds in a proper wing transplant at last, it continues on for some time. You should bring this to Artemide. A wing transplant?
My blade is always ready.
All this bloodshed will not bring them back, but it may spare others the same fate.
Take heart. Hold faith.
You have my attention.
You have done a great service here.
Welcome, brave soul.
My blade is always ready.
Allow me to read this for a moment. The scroll you recovered details all manner of horrific ways to integrate fallen Kyrian into Gharmal's abomination constructs. It is also incomplete. There must be more of these among Stitch Flesh's remaining followers. I saw a number of surgeons and their lackeys retreat into the Hall of Chains just ahead as we arrived. I suspect they hold more of these scrolls. We must ensure they are never read again.
May your courage never falter.
Speak without fear.
Though we have stopped the creation of more juggernauts, one of their most vile creations yet draws breath. It was born of one of the most pained souls they took from my temple. As I flew above their ranks, I could hear their surgeons chanting its name above the din of combat. Woeblade. It is an affront to all the Kyrian stand for, an atrocity beyond any other. Mark it with the flames of courage when you engage, and we will help you destroy it.
Always.
Did my sister send you?
Within the Hall of Chains lie more abominations that are nearly complete. As we speak, the Margrave's forces work fervently to graft the last pieces of flesh to their horrific visages. If they're allowed to finish their work, the constructs we have destroyed so far will mean little in the final conflict. Our flank will be overrun by a fresh wave of horrors, and the day will be lost. That must not come to pass. Destroy any abominations you come across.
May your courage never falter.
Once more into the breach.
The western flank
Did
is
my
pinned
brother
down.
send you?
Mograine needs reinforcements.
This foul work must be destroyed. Well done. I will see that these are destroyed personally.
Hold faith, take heart. You have my attention.
I will right the wrongs of this eternity.
Courage guide
For
your
the
blade.
Archon.
May our victory bring them peace.
For the Archon and Bastion.
Do you have need of my blade?
Every abomination denied is one less foe to contend with when we face Gharmal.
Take heart. Hold faith.
Be quick.
Alexandros and our Maldraxxi allies need reinforcement at the western gate on the Margrave's opposite flank. They are barely holding on. Our forces will reinforce our position here and push forward towards Gharmal. We must make haste to Mograine. Without both flanks, we cannot hope to achieve victory.
Bring justice to our enemies. Fight well, brothers and sisters. The Margrave will pay.
Look how they struggle. Soon the flesh of those chosen exiles and their Kyrian pets will be ours to craft.
The Margrave's juggernauts assault Mograine's position below. They are unable to advance.
Fight until our last! We will not go gently into the night!
Oh, Mograine. Come in! I was thinking about how he like died. Like I said, he was killed by his son. Yeah, okay. He was killed by his son, but he like died in an assault on Naxxramas, and he was up against hordes of undead. Ameni, the Slaughter Daughter? That is an amazing title.
What do you need?
I'm glad Cynthia found you so quickly.
Ambition is nothing without honor.
Flash is here, what? We can't advance with those juggernauts bombarding our position. I let us strike against the nearest, but conventional weapons do nothing against their imbued hides. Thankfully, I have an idea. Your old rune blade can't deal with them as it stands, but if you could purge Gharmal's empowered masses and absorb their essence into the blade... My Maldraxxus rune blade! The one that I was like, wow, if we just leave this in Maldraxxus, that'll be kind of awkward. Like, if the only purpose it served was to open the House of the Primus. What? What? I was like, I'm not a Death Knight.
It is in death that we are truly tested.
Interesting.
Make it quick.
My spies have identified several astral projectors that I suck at reading today. God. Okay. My spies have identified several astral projectors that Margrave Gharmal uses to rally his troops in the Stitch Yard. I do not wish for a swarm of frenzied constructs to descend upon us during the final confrontation. Surely you see the wisdom in cutting their fervor. See to it that these projectors are destroyed. We believe them to be along the yard's perimeter.
Do not miss your mark.
You are speaking to a princess!
Gharmal's rocks dominate the skies above, striking at our forces as we advance. The Zeracris can't get into position until they are cleared out. I would take care of them myself, but I'm not much of a flyer. Don't have the balance for it. Take my riding hook and latch onto a rock. Once you're riding, just start hitting it till the job is done.
When in doubt, slaughter everyone.
Do you think she's actually a princess? Like, I would believe it, you know? What?
Do you know how many rivals I have slain?
I could hear their cries from here. Nice work.
You are
From strife comes opportunity.
Gharmal's influence runs deep in this place, but it will fade more quickly thanks to your efforts.
In Akarak's name.
Orders?
This is a long shot, but a trust might work.
Trample our enemies.
The Zeracris is nearly in
Nothing
position.
but ash.
Now is the time to strike. We must force Gharmal into the open together. Join me on my rock and we will unleash your rune blade's power on the juggernauts. The Margrave will be unable to ignore their deaths. Once he leaves his blighted tower, we can finish him once and for all.
Ashes to ashes. I await the next battle. Let us show these fiends the true power of the House of the Chosen.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Unleash the Runeblade's power and destroy Gharmal's juggernauts once and for all.
See, I'm telling you, this is like a mighty powerful rune blade.
Hear me, Chosen! Hear me, Kyrian! The time for our final assault is at hand! This land festers.
Such power.
We must cauterize
Gharmal
the
will have no
wound.
choice but to face us now.
I will not suffer this corruption any longer.
Our forces have control of the House of Constructs thanks to your intervention. Now all that remains is the fall of the instigator themselves, Margrave Gharmal. This battle has been long in the making, Ashura. I am at your side without hesitation. Let us go to this monster. We will join Xandria to see him slain.
Forward! For Maldraxxus! For Bastion! For the Shadowlands!
Welcome, Brave. I have been ready since they sacked my temple.
And killed what's his name? Doesn't matter if I don't remember his name. Thanatos. It is time.
Always move forward.
Forward! For Maldraxxus! For Bastion! For the Shadowlands!
Draka stands ready to unleash the power of the Zeracris upon Gharmal. We need only buy her time to focus its weapon. What we do now, we do for all of us. Bastion and Maldraxxus have both lost many to these fiends. He will not be defeated easily, but united, our forces will finally bring him to justice.
It is the way. Serve with courage.
Let us see this done.
Is this all you could muster? I had hoped for a proper meal.
Bluster all you like. It is time to pay for your crimes.
You mistake foolishness for bravery, Kyrian. You tread in our domain.
Give up this madness! The Primus would not stand for this!
We should have raided Bastion ages ago. The Primus held us back.
Your betrayal sealed your fate. Justice will be done.
Yeah, I'm hearing that word used a lot lately.
For the one who brings us the Paragon's tusk.
I'm just, you know, first...
You had your chance to surrender. Now we will avenge Crexus with your blood.
Crexus was a fool. He paid the price for defying us. And so will you. Face us, Dragon. Or will you beg to join our house? As you did that of the Chosen.
That's a low blow. Now, justice first being brought up by, I suppose, Devos and Uther. And I know it's like a key tenant. I mean, they don't exactly have a paragon of justice by any means. I think justice to them is inherent in the ordering of the Shadowlands. Oh god, okay.
Incompetent fools! Defend your house! Defend your Margrave!
We have them! Fire!
Do not let them...
That was satisfying.
Speak without fear.
Our fallen may finally rest in peace. Mograine and I spoke at length when he visited Bastion. He suggested that should we manage to kill Gharmal, his heart could be used to empower the Crest of Ascension. The Margrave bears the power to shape form in ways few beings can. Though his results are grim, if we could harness that power, our Ascended would be stronger than ever before. It is not our way, but our way is changing, I think. Perhaps this is a step on our new path.
Xandria, I implore you to take Gharmal's heart. It is a grim task, but it carries his gift of shaping flesh. Its power would enhance your nascent crest of ascension.
Thank you. I will see it done.
The way she says that, like... That's hilarious. Gift of shaping flesh.
For the Archon.
It must be done. I am relieved that I am not the one to carry that thing back to Bastion. Let us ferry the heart to Elysian Hold swiftly. There are many in the Shadowlands who would strike at us to take its power for their own. Keep your eyes open, Mallwalker. We return to our kin victorious this day.
Meet me in Elysian Hold. We shall place the heart together.
Goodbye, Malgraine.
Lead the way, Baroness.
Alright.
It should surprise no one that Mechanicos already prepared the crest to receive such endowments.
That's what those are.
You have my attention.
I am glad to be among our own once more. Maldraxxus is not to my tastes. Once you are ready, all you must do is place the heart within the sphere here on the Crest of Ascension. Mechanicos' handiwork will ensure that its energy is channeled properly to aid in our ascension rituals, and its power should help protect the crest against any further attack. May the House of Constructs never set foot in our realm again.
The honor is yours, Moorwalker, as thanks for your role in our victory against Gharmal.
This looks to be the orbs Andrea directed you to place the heart in. The flesh shaper's heart fits readily into the glowing sphere. As it enters, you hear faint clicking sounds within the crest, as if it were designed to accept such power readily. Thus begins a new era for the Kyrian.
Already I feel the crest's power grow. New Ascended will be pivotal against Lysonia and Uther. We should seek further enhancements from the other Covenant's realms. I will discuss the matter with Adrestes. Go in service, Moorwalker.
Yeah, I have a feeling this wasn't quite what they were expecting. It's kind of nice to see all of the Covenants come together, though. I did half of the Ardenweald Covenant campaign and the beta, and then like the first two storylines of Revendreth. So I haven't done the other ones really in any capacity. But I like how in this one there's a unity to it all. Like, we're trying to unite the Covenants against the Jailer. This is... I feel kind of wary at the idea of more powerful Ascended. And I suppose it still brings the question... So in the last video I was wondering, okay, Devos just gave wings to Uther, no problem, without having to do the Rite of Ascension. And I'm starting to get the feeling that there's obviously there's a power-up that comes from getting your wings, but this has changed the playing field a little bit. I want to know what this can do specifically for them, because they said earlier it has the power to shape flesh. And I just initially assumed, okay, well that's going to shape the Kyrian's flesh into more powerful beings. But it feels a little weird to have this kind of soldier-making factory right in front of us that's going to be powered by different Covenants. Just so we can defeat the... I don't know. With the next quest staring at me in the face. Well, I'm going to end this here. That was our, fifth storyline? Yeah, now we're over halfway. Now I can say that. I am plowing through this at a much quicker rate than I expected I would. So we're almost there. Almost. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Peace. Oh no. Free me from this torment. God. Big regret.
Bastion was only the beginning. Soon all will be bound to our flesh.
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
Gromka.
Gromka.
Even in death we must fight.
Just follow those NPCs for like 30 seconds in the name of lore.